Fiend of Blood. These guys built these incredible creative trials. People went through, and then we had our finals earlier.
Por favor, dígame si se escucha y si se ve bien.
You know, Monster, I think we want to focus in on this game. Detonator is already down. Whitlari has taken down the Detonator. It is exploded. It is gone. Xavier Woods, Dankoffs are over here on the left. You've got Doigbai, and Cody Walker.
Yeah, Doigbai.
Oh, man.
Coach for the Millennial team there. But anyways, hopping on over to Dr. Lupo and Sigala here, who are in, what's that, a little bit of Neo action we got here.
Man, I have to give Courage props.
Okay.
That video they made earlier, you know, we kind of knew something. Courage was going to get back at Dr. Lupo in some way.
¿Cómo se llama ese torneo? Tiene un nombre que es ese torneo, pero...
I see you, Courage. That was pretty funny. But Sigala, Lupo, they are here. You've got people across the way, right? David Williams, Wildcat, the building over there. It looks like there's someone very close by.
Ahí tenemos a Lupo.
Over there. Dr. Lupo going to send another one. And there you go. Dante down across the way from Chigua. And Edwin Hodge here is as well. And actually, Chigua was actually going to confirm Dante. So eliminations happening.
Decimos que hacen en inglés. No hay españoles ahí, ¿verdad?
Bring it all the way, pedal to the metal. You got to stick with your teammate. That's what Sigala's doing here. Really good job kind of sticking to the hip of Dr. Lupo. So you have Wildcat and David Williams now. Saw Chandler Riggs and One Shot Girl. One Shot Girl is going to get cracked pretty hard right here. She's going to lose all that shield.
En la mano, algo así.
No fear, still backing up her teammate here. Shotgun's great for close quarters. Oh, no, has no max now as well. She can't even disengage properly.
I like that Chandler's kind of holding down the fort, right? Like, hey, she's very clearly identified, like, I need to get back in this house. There's loot there. Maybe something can help me here. I'm very low on HP. I need something. Okay.
Sí, yo vi que en ese poquito que se movía bien. Yo, wow.
Just under 60 HP. Mora and Kalango here. They're going to try and close in on this, right? You know, you've seen the white damage numbers come through. You want to secure these eliminations, put some points on the board. Ewok is going to find Alexia Ray and put her down there. 67 coming out. Right there, and he's going to go toe-to-toe. Can she clutch up? But no, it's not going to be enough for Chandler. Or One Shot Girl, unfortunately.
Qué feo morir así empezando.
Every single shot right there in those final moments. And Kalmar is going to be able to save his team. Let's go.
Elimination feed there. We also watched Ewok basically and Jordan Fisher take down Alexia Ray and her duo partner Jordan. They have been full eliminated. They are
hasta hembras buenísimas ahí.
Eel tilted. David Williams, Wildcat, they've just been kind of, it looks like they must have taken some kind of damage, right? They're underneath that 100 threshold, but it's not by much. So either they like took fall damage, or someone sent over like, Dr. Lupo accidentally sneaked in their direction. Damage overall.
Yeah, man, we saw a lot going on earlier, a little bit of storm flips, and could have really been any which thing here, but Wildcat's been playing games for a long time. Actually, his dad introduced him when he was just 7 years old in 2011, but looks like we're hopping over with Vodka here and Alexander, who we haven't seen much of today, so let's go ahead and see how this battle's going to go for them. As they're going against Ali and Aaron Gordon, who we saw in the field against Jordan Jones and Alexia Ray, so that was quite the intense match here, but Alexander looks like he's somewhat struggling. He's going to need to keep his back of Vodka close by.
I mean, they're facing off against Ali. This guy is a Fortnite.
Okay.
I mean, this guy
Hay un jugador poco.
Thousands upon thousands of eliminations. He's going to rip the shield of Alexander.
Pero ¿qué es eso? Pero estos son dúos.
No, estos no es dúo. The question is, where is his duo partner? Watch Ali.
Yo sabía que esto es squad.
Very big into communication, right? Trying to make sure not oversharing, but
es como algo que donde andaba ahorita
en my materials, my ammo, I need to cover here. I have this angle. Do you have this angle? Things like that. Super big fan of this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Ali A, quite the personality in the field. And talk about that, I mean, Vodka as well. Japanese YouTuber, he's been around for some time, a respectable player, does know how to, get down with it. But here, hopping over to Ellie, we're seeing him go with a large push here. He's gonna miss a couple shots, but he hits one right there. Turns back to Bill. Oh, he's gonna have to disengage, and it's gonna be enough to go straight up.
the sentiment was good. The angle might have been a little off, but I like it. All right, trying to maybe go and get a little bit offensive here. He's got himself.
He's pushing with the 24 health. Right underneath he goes and pops another one. Oh, he's got to be so careful.
Wait, is he distracting right now, making sure his dual partner can get the angle that they need? It looks like it.
I think he had a plan at some point, said, you know what, maybe this is not the right move, and he kind of backed up there. But Ellie showing that he is fearless right now. He and Neko, as Faris is sitting just close by. We saw Faris earlier today in a great fight against Jacob, I'm pretty sure. But Ellie is going to get knocked by Faris, who had the high ground right there. Let's see what Faris is going to do here.
I mean, he does have the 2 chug splashes. He can get himself back up. There's the 1. There is the follow-up. So he's got plenty of HP to work with. He also has 3 minis. But look at the AR count. 18 bullets. A single magazine is not where you want to be right now. Now, he did go ahead and drop Ellie. They need to go ahead and take some time to get the revive off. But, I mean, right now they're not in the best position because don't forget, their weapons are not that much better. Like, obviously, Ellie does have that drum gun. He can put in some work, but we'll have to see how things go for him. Also, fun fact, his most recent album, Future, was certified platinum within the first month of release.
Wow, that's
actually
a huge accomplishment.
Sí.
Talking about,
first month?
Sí.
I was going to say, talking about, you know, crazy adventures and travels and all that kind of stuff. I mean, the player they're fighting right here, Faris, that was all the way from Saudi Arabia. He's here. He's ready to bring it. It's Ellie. Dude, Ellie's got the builds, man.
Sí, pero hay que tener, vamos, mucho ojo porque, digamos, estoy concentrado como se están agarrando y ver quién muere.
Right there. That player has a haircut.
Right through the crack. That was so close.
Qué pocos de más fuerzas de razón ahí empezando.
That might have been an elimination.
I thought we were going to see a major highlight right there for a second, but
Mae,
Ellie, you know, he's got this guy in his sights here. He's not going to give it up. And don't worry, guys. You guys are not missing anything around the Fortnite map. This is the battle to watch right now. As Neko kind of says, you know what? I'm tired of this. He's going to step forwards just a little bit more now, and this is the commit. Even with the low health, they're going to put it all on the table here.
I mean, they know that his back is against. They know his back's against the storm right
now. Sí, mae, vea esos ojos, mae. Hasta miedo me da.
The position they put him in right now. This player's just trying to bail. Like, they're just out in the storm doing their own thing. This is how threatened they are by Nekokun and Ellie. Faris, I mean, you know, it's okay. It's not ticking too bad yet. It's only that single point, but he's going to have to make a really long rotation, and that's if they don't spot him out in the storm.
Sí, bueno, se salva que la tormenta quita poco.
Sí,
demasiado.
Left to, I guess, go against these guys at some point. Well, let's hop in with some highlights from earlier today. We have a little bit, like we saw, just kind of coming up. And that's another player that's going to get taken out right here, and just showing people that, you know what, I have Tilted on lock here. I'm ready to control this place. It's Kyle Kaplan who goes down to Dr. Rupo and Sagala. Again, they were sticking together at the hip earlier before, but Sagala's down. And I don't think Dr. Rupo has a reboot card, unfortunately.
It does not look like it currently, but look, this is Dr. Lupo.
The
doctor is in the house. He knows what to do. He's been in these type of situations before. 1v the world, but that's okay. He's comfortable. But look at this, Tifu and Nav. Look at the angle they have here. You've got Nav all the way in the back. He's sending sniper shots over to JT Brown. Tifu's sitting there forward, right? He's just saying, all right, JT, come on. What are you trying to do? You trying to 1v1 me? You want to try and 1v1 my dual partner that's way back there? He's got a long angle. I have the close angle on you.
Listen, JT Brown is a professional hockey player, right? If you can take that kind of punishment sometimes out there on the field, you can do anything. Let's see what JT Brown can do against the World Cup qualifier. He's speaking his head right there. And Tifu says, you know what? Been here for a little too long. There's more, players around him. He's got to be careful.
And now look, he has to use that launch pad because for just a moment he saw a player running up on Nav, but it's okay. They're back together. They're ready to try and work down on this player here. Looks like it's Marksman.
Oh, that's JT's partner. Okay, so they were actually trying to line a pinch. Marksman used the Shadow Bomb to get behind him, so now Marksman's going to have to leave JT Brown behind. They were actually those moments right there. It was hard to tell for a second, but no, Marksman says he's going to take the high ground and start pressuring back here. He puts a shot down on Tifu, but the Storm is on his back first, and JT Brown manages to rendezvous with Marksman here. So now they're together. He's popping his bandages, and yet JT and Marksman win
Los dos
the
juntos.
small skirmish here, if you want to call it.
Vía, mae, pero este tiene 40 años.
They decided it's time to beat the zone.
Yeah, and I mean, facing off against someone like Marksman, you know, this is a long-time competitive veteran, right? Like, this guy has been
Mae,
around.
tengo
so
que ser
comparing these two
pendiente,
together,
ahorita me tengo que ir.
you know he's like in very good hands right now. You know, Marksman's absolutely making the right call, saying, look, we need to leave right now. We need to do this, we need to do that. Fun fact, JT Brown was the first professional hockey player to become a Twitch partner.
That's huge.
That's actually pretty cool.
That's history.
There you go. JT Brown.
Put it in the world
Lástima
record
que,
book right
bueno,
there.
es
That's
que
one
qué
that cannot be
partidas más
broken.
buenas son los de los torneos.
That's pretty cool right there.
That's actually pretty cool. Oh, he's got the driftboard. This is actually really good. He's going to be able to catch with Marksman and set himself back up. Look who else is here, though. Ninja and Marshmallow. They have got this on lockdown across the way. You've got Musel. You've got Wax Motif. Look, this is Ninja we're talking about, right? You give him even a pixel, he is going to destroy your shields and make you wish you had never peeked in the first place.
Vea la escopeta que lleva, mae, vea la escopeta, mae.
Just being a little consistent with
Este
keeping
mae
the
sí sabe.
So far, no points have been earned this game, and that's got to put you on your edge, right? If you didn't pick up any of the kind of freebies in the early game, as it gets closer to that congestion later on, it's only going to get tougher.
Yeah,
But
pegó
a
todas.
couple shots right there, that's going to be 93 damage. That player no longer has much shield left.
So like I said, you give him a pixel, he just rips your entire shield off.
yeah.
Well, thanks for flying in my airspace. Try again. Dr. Lupo, though, he's got himself that baller. We saw him
Vea.
and his dual partner right over the hill there. So he's got to try and think this through.
Lupo no se gana equipo.
Try and go for that top 15 placement. I mean, dude, he's already got 3 eliminations. He's doing very, very well.
Oh no, we were about to jump in with Ewok, but Wade takes her out right there. As Wade is still in this game. Chigua is close, as is John. John's trying to see if he can get up here now. They've managed to take this hill and this positioning here. Jacob's still alive right now, as is Nick Merckx close by. I don't see Nick Merckx's partner. Where's Mario here? No, Mario has
Mae, que psycho que Fortnite haga eso, o sea,
He's got a launch pad though.
pues
He's
tener
okay.
gente así.
Yeah, the question is, though, do you want to opt to use it? You know, I mean,
Check this.
you don't need to.
Oh, he's using the new Storm Sniper to scout out the next zone here. Notice how he kind of zoned in there. He looked at it. He says, all right, time to double on back here. He's got all the information. You got to love plays like that. And he's doing it again. He's actually trying to get as much information out of that sniper as possible. Very interesting mechanic right there.
Yo, I mean, look, Nick Merckx is a long-time competitive veteran, right? I mean, shout outs to the M-Fam. This guy's been playing games since Gears of War. I mean, he is a third-person shooter master. This guy is insane. And, I mean, every single week we're seeing Nick reach new heights of play, right? He's just continuing to one-up himself every single day. But across the way, you've got Dr. Lupo going up against Lachlan and Liam McIntyre. This is really rough.
No, sí, ya sé
Unfortunately,
cómo, yeah.
Dr. Lupo has caught
Pero
in
no,
the
ya, y
most
salga.
toxic gas here. He has chipped down to almost nothing. Another stink bomb is going to be
Mae,
his
es que
demise.
y esas bombas,
Unfortunately,
mae.
he is picked off. But I mean, if it's going to be to someone, Lachlan's, you know, that's fine. I'm cool with that.
You know, that was a respectable takedown right there. Lachlan and Liam McIntyre just using the perfect stinkers right there. Unfortunately, you
Que
cannot
rápido
dodge
sigue
those.
la
That is
tormenta. Bueno, no sé, siguiente
kind of
yo.
it right there as they seal the deal, but they get themselves a baller out of it as well, and now they're going to be able to make it to the next zone as it's just at Neo Tilted here. You can see the map on the bottom right-hand corner. Neo Tilted is extremely congested. Players toppling on top of it. So we're now back with Nick Merckx here. Nick Merckx already has the scoop on the Storm, right? He's got the sniper to tell it. Look, he's right in the middle as well.
I was going to say, why doesn't he just put that to use, right? I mean, you've got a utility weapon that just rips people's faces off. Why not
Yeah,
just go ahead
pero
and use
ese
that weapon? It's in your inventory. Also, let's point out the 5 chug splashes, by the way. So he's ready to go, right? He's like, look, I'll fight you. I'll just disengage. Use this to just replenish myself. You know, you just got to do it, right?
Yeah, Nick Merckx can literally take on a team right now and be okay, especially with the chug splashes being that you don't have to have a cooldown for him. You activate
Sí, hay madres ahí jugando con
Talk about,
control.
you know, people that are in good position. I mean, Ninja and Marshmallow in a sweet spot here as well. They have the high ground. They also have the slit nearby, so everyone in Tilted nearby this, I should say, is just fine here. And look, we saw Faris earlier today. He's managed to stay alive. He's made it all the way
Mae,
to the
¿cómo
tower.
es que ve con
Even
ese
without the
mera
heals, he's still in
máscara,
it.
mae?
Slayer 360 also still in the game. We saw a lot of him kind of sneaking around at different times. Dink Ops and Xavier Woods off in the distance there. Nick 830 still alive. Let's take a look at this little highlight from earlier. It's
Polarizados.
This duo actually is your summer block party
Mae,
Pro-Am champions, and they are back to try and defend
Pero
their
ese
title.
¿Usted lo conoce sin eso?
In their way, it's going to be Ninja and Marshmallow.
Yo tampoco, mae. ¿Quién?
Pro-Am champions. I like the way they've just kind of double boxed up. Like
Mae,
you said,
sí,
man,
que
they're just
extraño,
locking
¿usted
us down. They
sabe?
got the angles. They're just ready to play. They
Mae, es
want
como
someone
ca-
to try and challenge because they're in such a strong position. Nick 830 though, he is just chilling on the side of the mountain. You've got
Es
Mid
como-
down below,
como
Wildcats over
Kakashi.
the hill right now. I mean, there's quite a bit of talent all
De-
very
al
near each
final
other
sí.
that at some point are
La
going to have
máscara.
to open up their boxes and say hello to the other. Even Sinnoh is here as
Usted
well.
sabe que ese mae se quite ese casco y sea todo
My
feo.
goodness, Lachlan, Liam McIntyre, Grime, Airwax, there's
Sí, man, pero-
Tifu is here as well with Nav.
Vea, mae, y en pisos.
Joey's
En
there. He's
neopicados.
a little wounded,
Ay,
but listen, he's still my fire. He's got his dual partner expert. Did you catch that one?
ya se tienen que bajar de
Yo,
ahí.
never mind.
missed that one.
That's okay. That's okay.
No,
guys.
I know.
Okay, all right.
Good
Mae,
reference.
que psycho se ve con ese chaleco.
Double snipe coming out of Tifu and Nav. Yo, just pulling your leg, Zeke.
Thanks, man. I guess I don't know what to say. But anyway, check it out. All right, we saw 52 players, 34 duos. Monster. It's crazy that we've seen the game slow down this much. You know, you would have almost thought we were basically watching the duo finals. You would think this is Saturday.
Yeah, it's definitely
Como-
gotten a lot more intense as we approach the final games here. No one wants to kind of lose out, right? You want to get as much playtime as possible. Tifu utilizing the ramp overhead to make sure they skate straight across and not stay in the air for much longer than they need to be. And for that reason, they're not going to take much damage here. He's going to be able to pop this next mini and just be A-OK as they're still in the game.
Ah.
Guys, Tifu's partner here, Nav.
Va, sí, están... Uy.
Let's make music as well, so...
Uy, qué fuego, están bajando de vida.
Wait a minute, okay, so Tifu's shield just got ripped. You've got Aiden, you've got Nick Merckx, you've got Ninja, you've got Marshmallow, Courage, JD, Myth, Cloak, Larry. They are all occupying this same space right now. Rob from the Lost Kings, I'm telling you though, he's gonna be the one to come out on top. I'm not saying that because he is a good friend of mine. I'm not biased at all, but here we go. On with Courage, JD. Got Sean O'Malley. Look at dude. Everyone's here. Cody Walker's there. Claire gets picked up in the crossfire. You got Wade up top. Look at everyone just
Pero
flying
pongan
in on top
Tifu
of
y
each
que se
other
están
right now.
agarrando.
Sean O'Malley is here to show everyone why he's undefeated still.
No se vea,
Competing
hubieron
since
bajado ya.
2013 in the UFC. He's here to prove a point with Courage. Courage came dangerously close at the summer block party, taking it all home. They are still in the running here. 2 good games. These next 2 games can really be theirs to take. But we're going to hop in with Tim the Tapman.
Vea, ese mae se parece de la casa de
Right
papel.
here, right now. Now keep in mind, he's got no HP to work with. 57 really
No, yo
isn't
tampoco,
that
pero
much.
he visto así de
We're
ellos.
talking about why is the entire lobby?
Tim, just believe.
Tim, just believe.
Nothing you can do and talk about Sean O'Malley. Takes him out. He was the prime target there. Now
Deja
take a
ese
look
mae
at
que
Wade
habla
here.
con los
He's
ojos.
got the high ground. He's got the flint knock to save himself as well. In a combat. It's a lovely 70 shot right there. And this is where the lobby begins to condense and collapse on itself. Remember, no one has earned placement yet. There's still 26 duos in the running here, many of which are
¿sí?
solos.
Yo, if you were watching, did you watch the elimination feed? Grime picked up O-King, that is
Yeah.
Sinnoh's dual partner. Tifu is actually going to be picked up by Nick A30.
Wow.
And Nav then turns around and says, Nick, not today, friend. It is not good, eh? And I'm just getting word, we actually have a replay of the wild card that we're going to get to take a look at together and relive just kind of what happened.
Y ponen eso.
So, you know, it's difficult, right? When situations
Yo
like
quiero ir a
that.
muertes
I'd pay
de
for slow
Tifu.
motion in this part right here. Tim knows. He's smiling out. He's like, dang it, man.
Being a good sport about it, you gotta love it. Aiden right there, look at disbelief as he gets taken out as well. But now off with Cloak. We saw Cloak make that end game earlier in the last game. Whitlari is going to go down here. Cloak's got just enough help to make it all happen. His loadout is so great as well. Perfect shadow bombs are going to allow him to rotate here. If he uses the structures, he can continue the rotation for free. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to get nice and far into the zone. Free baller here for Nick Merckx. As Nick Merckx is going to use it. Why not, right? He can get this free safety for a little bit.
Dude, this is where Nick wants to be, right? He wants to be in the middle of the chaos. Everyone's trying to, panicking, trying to figure out what they want to do. Nick is calm, he is cool, he's collected.
Yes,
he is so deadly. Yes, that is also another thing. Okay, the baller is cracked. He tries to go for the builds, forgets for a moment. He's got to find his elimination. He needs something, anything.
Ay, qué despiche, mae. No sé para dónde ves.
Did you get them?
Wasn't enough though. He had to connect those shots right there. Someone did get dropped right above him. Sinnoh still in the running here, even by himself, is taking teams out.
That's
he just took out Airwax, which is huge for Sinnoh because they both have 7 eliminations. Airwax has 10 elims, so he still does technically have the lead, even with placement. But the longer Sinnoh stays alive now, the closer he can be to kind of catching up and taking that first place. So that was a huge elimination here. Now jumping in.
Look who's still left though. Sinnoh, Sean, Symphony, Cloak, Jelty, Lachlan, Muselk, 7. There's so many people. Mr. Fresh Asian, we saw the clips from him. He's on super low HP, but he might be able to make something happen. Look at this. Cloak is in a great spot. Symphony as well. They have health advantage. The only other person is Muselk, who's sitting on basically 200 HP. Sean gets cracked right now, Monster. Jelty wants to secure this elimination if possible, right? That would be huge for him.
This is essentially a solo game here. There are 8 players left, and everyone is left to fend.
The storm flip! Oh my god, this could be so huge! Look at this space. It's occupying everything. It's forcing people up, forcing them down, making them have to reposition. Even Sean, he's actually safe somehow on the other
pensé
side.
que se iba a matar.
And Sinnoh doesn't care. He's like, you know what? I'm going to keep this high ground here. As Sean actually takes some damage from the flip right there, and then Sinnoh catches that Elim. That's going to be another one for him. He falls down and could not convert on Cloak. As Cloak gets another, and it's his high ground now, and he has the health advantage over the lobby here. Can Cloaksy go from a 2nd place to a 1st here? It's Musa.
Oh my god,
It's chunked right there.
Massive shield rip there, but it's okay. He's got a single mini. He's got 70 HP, and look, Sim is just below. Not much effective HP. Muselk here, he's popping those shadow bombs, wants to try and drop out in an opportune moment. Wait a minute, this shockwave's gonna change everything! Cloak needs to land these shots up! He's got no HP, can he do it? He does!
He takes out Muselk, and that is a competitive player's worst nightmare, hearing those impulses go off. But Cloak doesn't care. He doesn't care. Even with the 15 HP, he knows he can't take the zone here. He has to full commit.
No puede ni regozar esa tormenta.
Players are fighting right there. There goes the trap.
Y quedan 2. Vea, queda uno porque uno ya está muerto ahí. Uy, este mae. ¡Tome! Tendré que... Oh, mae. Ella es demasiado pequeña, weón. Un chamaco.
Secures the deal in the final moments right there. All because he had a trap. Cloak had to back up right there. You couldn't do anything about it. But it was the hesitation that allowed them not to see where it
goes.
Man, to fall to the likes of Jelty now, just want to make you well aware, Jelty is one of these players who's been vying for a spot in the Fortnite World Cup qualifiers, trying to make it here to finals. So this was going to be a tough fight. Unfortunately, though, both players were so low on HP. Once you kind of force them out of the storm, it's basically, I need to force you to take the shot. I need you to line up a shot for me and to try and 50-50 it.
See, it was right here that action came out, or the pressure down, but once he hesitated right here, that was where he made a fatal error. He just couldn't play with the zone. Couldn't play with the zone.
Very tough, but very well fought. I mean, let's take it back, when Muselk jumped him right on the spot, and Cloak said, you know what, I have nothing to work with, no HP, no builds, no nothing, I'm taking the fight. He was the one that came out on top, and that's why he secured himself the 2nd place. Still, I mean, this is a very big accomplishment for both these players, right? Jelty picking up the Victorial, 3 points from that. I mean, Cloak popping off. I'm sure he heard you guys here, yelling as soon as he got that elimination, because that was clutch.
Yeah, that was a fantastic way to kind of hold it down right there, because Muselk used that impulse, he broke all the builds, and Cloak took fall damage. Had Muselk just connected one more time right there, that would have been his game, because he had the health lead as well.
Yeah, right, and I mean, Like you kind of said,
Me
that's kind of
gusta
been
mucho
the
el
recent
pedazo
meta coming out of the
y
competitive side of things. You're using shockwaves to kind of reposition and just
yo voy a saber
fragmenting
qué están
builds all
diciendo
the way
esos
around you.
madres.
So for Cloak to react so fast and clean up the elimination, mad props, seriously. What an incredible game. Game number 3. I'd be curious to see how the game shook up the standings that we'll take a look at a little bit later on. But I mean, what do you think, man? We saw some really big names traded back and forth. Tfue got shut down, Airwax got shut down, Aiden was picked off. I mean,
That's what I think right there. That's one of the key turning points here that kind of happened in that last moment. The fact that Sinnoh takes out Airwax, and you saw the look of disappointment on Airwax's face because I believe his camera had just came up right there. Is dang, and then to go down to Sinnoh, it's the perfect recipe for Sinnoh to take out the #1 player who was previously in the lead and continue to push his agenda forwards. That could have been the difference, but Airwax did have an Elam lead at that moment, so.
We'll have to see how things shake out, man. These games are insane, and this is just a taste, you know? You got to think tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, duo and finals, solo finals, they're going to be absolutely insane. But for now, guys, let's go back over onto the top deck. Let's go hang out with Pookie because she's got Jelty on standby. What you got for us?
Y más adelante
Thank you
todos.
so much, Zeke. I am down here on the floor. We have Jelty, and we have his duo partner here as well. Now, I just have to ask you, what is it like to come to New York and play on this massive stage?
It feels great.
Feels great. Do you want to let him know anything else?
Vea, es
I
mexicano.
didn't get as nervous as I thought I would be in front of so many people.
Deo.
Once you're in here, once you're playing Fortnite, it's pretty much just like being at home, I would think. But did you have a strategy going into today's games? Because you are a competitive
Parece
player.
que sí.
You know, you have played in the World Cup.
Estoy
qualifiers.
contento por
What
esa
was your
parte que haya
strategy?
ganado.
En la primera partida
Oiga.
intenté llegar a placement. En la segunda fui por kills y como en la tercera tuve muchas granadas de humo, entonces
Es
jugué
mexicano.
hasta el final.
So in the first one,
Confirmado,
I did a
100%.
free for kills. En la tercera.
Como tenía muchas shadow bombs, me puse a jugar placement.
Este más es el traductor. Oh.
Como tenía muchas shadow bombs,
Ajá.
And for the last one, I really just went for the win.
So you just went for the win. You just went full send. So pretty much just like the
Qué
qualifiers,
carga
right?
son esos eventos,
Yeah.
madre, son demasiado.
So I just want you to describe to me the last play that you had there, the last moments.
Pues sabía que quedaba poca gente, así que nomás hice muchos cubitos hacia la zona y intenté trapear al que tenía arriba, pero no pude, pero se murió por la zona y gané.
So I knew there were a lot
Mamá,
of people in that zone. I tried to go up, but I realized I couldn't.
Lo intenté matar con trampa, pero no pude y él se murió por zona.
So I tried to go up the ramp, and then I couldn't enter that zone.
las
So you had to
cámaras,
kind of
madre,
adapt
todo,
and
madre.
adjust there, which you did, and it
Espero
worked
algún día
out
estar
well
ahí.
for you. Well, congratulations for being here. Thank you so much for talking to me. Best of luck in your next games, okay? Zeke, what do you think about these crazy games? Getting to talk to Jelty, this stuff's unreal.
Listen, it looks like Jelty might have been a little nervous, all right? But Jelty, I'm going to tell you right now, you're a slayer, all right? Don't be nervous when you're that dang good. Well fought from him. But again, we've got another game. One game left that is going to determine who walks away the Fortnite World Cup Pro-Am champion.
Yeah, I need to see if Jelty and Gabba Reaver, the Mexican
Lástima
duo
que no
right there,
está
had enough
Gordito
to
ahí.
push them all the way up to top 10. We're going to find out right now. Let's peer into the standings right here. Let's take a look at the standings. Let's see what it is, Zeke. It's still holding the lead, even after Sinnoh took it over. But guess what? Jelty, Gabba Reaver, right there. The Mexican duo coming right up to the top right there.
25
Jelty's
puntos,
skills. You can't sleep
25
on it.
eliminaciones,
Was so
24
nice in those final
yo
moments, but hey,
chino.
Cloak with another second place performance. He's back up there.
Y eso, ¿a qué hora
But
termina
I think
esto,
the
qué?
big standout right now is Airwax and El Grime. These guys are still holding that lead. And this is kind of something we saw back at the summer block party. But let's hop on over. Let's see who is in our 11th through 20th spot. What is going on the opposite end
No,
right now? Remember the
Ninja
number
está
42.
pero
That's where you're
perdido.
trying to aim. You've got people like Nick from the Lost Kings. You've got Sean there as well. Simp is up there. So many talented players. Nick 830. You know, all these guys really need is a stellar game, right? They need to put everything on the table right here, right now. Whether that be, you know what, we're going to hot drop, we're going to find as many eliminations as we possibly can, and then let's go ahead and pick up the W.
We got ourselves...
I say that like it's an easy thing. That's not me. I can't do that at all.
Yeah, absolutely. We got ourselves some really intense competition right here. RO, Grime, and Airwalks is not getting this for free. It is very close at the top. In your heart, I believe it, absolutely. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the final game of the Fortnite World Cup Pro-Am is about to begin. You guys are excited. Let everyone sitting on this stage, let them all know. Let's get hyped, because this is it. After this, we crown a new potential champion. Can Airwalks and Grime hold on and defend their title and become two-time Pro-Am champions? That would be insane. Can Ninja and Marshmallow come up huge in this final game? Can someone else show up when it is necessary? Well, we'll find out. These players are dropping right here, right now. It really is the story. Will Sinu win his lucky landing drop here and continue to put the rain down? He had a lot of eliminations in the previous round, but he couldn't break the next threshold. 4 more points to close the gap. Airwalks had 2 deals with this duo. RO and Grime had 3.
¿Cómo voy a ver con el suyo? Se sentiría directo.
They're not afraid to win these battles.
Y este huevón entonces, ¿qué puso el mío?
We have Robles here, and Chiqua is gonna confirm. Okay, so they got the, kind of alpha up on the spot. So you know what? We're gonna take this spot right here. This is their loot now. They're gonna go in and claim that. Nice little start for them right there. This is a rough spot to land sometimes, right? Because you can have 3 potential chest spawns. Sometimes you get unlucky, you get the 2 there. So they're gonna have enough to kind of get them started. But man, do they need something else heading their way? There's quite a few spots they could rotate from. I got a question for you. So Chiqua actually used to be a console player. He played Fortnite on console. He actually swapped over to keyboard and mouse, and he's a competitive player on keyboard and mouse now. Did you still play with remote controller, or have you made the transition? Did you just ask if I played with a remote controller? I'm asking if you still do, or have you? First of all, I've always played mouse and keyboard. Thank you. Also, remote control is something you use to drive something else.
¿Quién de mente cae en neopicados, no?
You know, the controller.
No, I've actually I played a controller for a little bit at the very start, and then I was like, you know what, I really want to try and just get better with mouse and keyboard, and so I dedicate a lot of my time to kind of focusing up with that. So now am I good? I'll tell you what, ask Sundown, and he will tell you the honest truth. Hey, right now. I saw you in the practice games win that game over Bala. No one's gonna listen. Hey, that's what happened. That really happened. You got this, but let's not take away from Slogo Gordon. No, Slogo Man as well. He is down. Look at this. This is Ali A. He's like, hey, hello. I'd like to come in the house now, please. I need eliminations. Excuse me. I like what he did there. He's using those stinkers to clear out the air, see if there's anyone nearby. Jeremy Ray's gonna stick this revive. Even without taking out Ali, he says, you know what? You're safe enough. I'm just going to get you right here. He's going to commit to it. It's only a couple seconds left. Is it going to be enough? Listen, we'll find out soon.
Mexico.
He's been part of the movie It. He knows what true terror is. Ali is not going to be the one terrifying him for trying to revive his teammate. Over, though, you got Ewan.
Está buscando con él después. No, puede ser como
they're pretty kitted out, all things considered. I mean, they've got the bare bones of what they need to get themselves started, right? Absolutely. Jordan Fisher here does have a okay loadout, so I say okay because he has a shotgun, he has shield, that's just enough. He's got the disengage tool, which he kindly shared with Ewok right there, giving her, you know, an impulse or a shockwave as well to make sure that she can also disengage if things get sticky here. But it's all about getting that information. Look at the creep up. As, you know, actually, Dead Rebel and Oscar have been holding the spot down since earlier today. They've done a great job fending off every single duel that's landed here. No duel has been successful. I'm actually curious to see if they're going to be able to win this early game engagement as well. They've been doing it so well so far. I mean, it looks like they maybe don't want to take the fight. As far as inventory, they're in a similar situation, right? Not really much of anything in the way of materials. Loadouts looking super sparse, and the big thing here is those 3 weapons, gray AR, green AR, and that drum gun are all using the same ammo type, right? So the moment you start firing one, you are just draining ammo from those other potential resources, so they don't want to take this fight. I think it's smart to disengage. It's not worth it right now. Let them have it. There's loot behind you. Just keep the ball moving. Yeah, true that. See Oscar just sitting up top there.
Oscar, an Argentinian, excuse me, YouTuber who plays Fortnite. Recently started singing. Looks like we're gonna jump in with John here. See what they have in Salty Springs, one of my favorite places. John Ha and Wade.
John Ha.
Este man no le quedó todo tatuaje.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm telling you right now, Pookie Face is the only person in the world that appreciates my jokes. I bet you wherever she is rolling around laughing because she got that one as well. She also got my NSYNC one that you flamed me for. Cake!
Oh,
I would love some.
Cake.
Look at that. 5 HP and 5 shield. You like to see it. Wade is going to go ahead and try and get back grouped together. Actually, he's trying to push Yoshi. That is not his same team member. Just kidding.
Yeah, Wade's right up there. Yoshi is in the skeletal remains of what was the monster. Kind of.
Que John Wick me has hecho mierda.
I didn't get to actually watch that event in game, unfortunately.
Bro, you missed out.
Dude, I was working on some things, but here we have Yoshi. I said I wanted to see what he's got with the kind of representation for the caster squad here. He's still alive, and unfortunately, Freddy was taken out.
Ese maestro estaba cargando con
Might have to use a second here.
Pero era un mae o tenía el equipo.
Tom and Cool says, I'm okay. I got out of there, and it's enough distance for him.
Ahí llega el
He's a
compa.
cool guy because he is a cool guy.
Yeah.
I know. 2, he's using the drift double pickaxes, even cooler. 3, they went to that monster spawn. That is actually the new hot spot. You can get so many resources and loot from that. And that's why you saw him go there. But Mr. Fresh Asian, already 5 eliminations. My goodness, he is just... I don't know, dude. He is tearing up Pleasant Park right here, right now. I like that he's even going that extra precaution, right? Like, hey, we know, we can see in the bottom right mini-map, there's no one else. These guys have cleaned out everyone. But he's trying to make sure. He's like, look, I need to make sure to get my teammate up. We're going for the long game. Let's make sure we're back in this. Chandler Riggs here, one-shot girl. Over here, they're going to be disengaging. They probably have been seeing these people go up the sky platform. There you go. They're going to go this not worth the engagement right now. I mean, look at the loadout. Look at the materials.
This is so unfortunate. The 2 times we tuned in with a one-shot girl, she had a drum shot. Here's a little fun fact. One-shot girl wrote a song. They made a music video about how she loves
Este torneo solamente desde el play se puede ver.
If you disagree, I'm not really sure what you're saying.
You know, it would be a really cool username for music.
What?
Fast Food Z. All right. Z kind of recuperates from that one. I think I might have broke something inside of him with the joke, but it's all good.
Right. I feel personally attacked right now. No. You're not wrong, but I feel personally attacked right now. Wow. Okay, Power is here. Goff is here.
It's a great username, though. Honestly, it's clever.
Fast Foods. I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
Te gané la gorda tortilla.
Chandler Riggs and Ali A are finding eliminations. Wow, my brain tried to put Ali A and R in one word. Let's not do that again. Now he's out.
Así que extraño.
He needs to try and get
No he visto a Ninja ni a Tifu.
It looks like he might have quite the trek still to make. Exile is just up in front of him there. Dude, look how far away he has to go. He's down by Lonely. The circle's over by Pressure Plant. He's got to go.
Yes,
he has something.
Super long rotation. He does have Shadow Bomb, so that's okay. But with the player nearby, oh my, the aggression says, you know what? He's going to chop that build down right there. And it's barely held up, but instead he goes for the build down. He's actually committed to this. Drops a great floor right there to block it out. And commits all the way. That's one shot. Can he get the third? All he has to do is commit one more time. He's going to fall into the box. He's trying so hard here. He's already committed. That's his floor as well. He takes that. Goes for the edit. And now in comes the pressure. He's trying to fall right inside. There is a nifty little trick though. If he just walks right up to the cone.
No, ya dejé que se hubiera caído.
Let's see if he ends up doing it.
It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good.
Oh, tries to disengage.
No, but ya está muerto.
Stuck with it. He's got no HP, but look at Exile on 11. 10. That's another 9 seconds before he's going to be eliminated. Ali needs to look up. He literally needs to look up in the sky right now.
Vea, ay, tal vez llegue.
He went over the hill. He's trying to get the angle on him.
No way.
No.
Oh, gets taken out right there, and it is going to convert to Ali A because he did the last damage, and oh no. Edokov, we were just watching him. He's a 28-year-old Brazilian YouTuber, just moved to the States, and to get taken out, that's so unfortunate. But now we're looking at Blake's Power. Can he clutch it up for Edokov, his teammate here? Should be the carry right now, and that's a great shot. Did get JT Brown, but couldn't convert. Marksman right there, so good, connects with all of his shots. And that's the name of the game, Zeke.
I mean, like I kind of touched on earlier, Marksman is a very good competitive player. The fact that anywhere they were trying to go, Marksman was ready. Storm flips, stink grenades, drop down. I'm ready with my shotgun.
Vea, cogieron esos marcas plataforma, que psychos.
Look at the loadout. Monster, launch pad, 6 minis. We've got shadow bombs. We've got the brand new storm sniper. We've got golds and purples across the board. Mats for days. And of course, to top it all off, he's got the bush there for extra padding to absorb an incoming shot or amount of damage. Airwax is playing as if it's tomorrow. He's like, look.
¿Qué es esta madre?
Airwax is a World Cup qualifier and everything. And RL Grime makes music, but I got a feeling RL Grime is way better than we think. He has been doing so good.
So here's the thing. I actually ran into him in the lobby 2 days ago.
Okay.
I was like, hey man, like, how are you? You know, you ready to go? Like, you guys just won summer block party. What do you think? He's like, bro, I've literally been practicing every day. Like, every moment I have, I want to be good. And that's what we're seeing, right? Like,
it's such an amazing feeling seeing these guys keep up and really, you know, get that bug for Fortnite that we love. You know, that itch to want to grind right there. That's a good feeling, but
he's a Slayer. All right.
Fresh Asian actually brought back Desmond Chan from
es el
card.
domingo.
Last time we saw him, they were down.
I think that was revived.
Okay, so but he managed to pick them up.
Mañana es en dúo.
And they're still in Pleasant
Y el
Park.
domingo en...
They've been locking it down. Look, Mr.
Y mañana también,
he
entonces.
had a shot go his way because his shields are ripped, and that's Jelty. That is the winner from the last game. Jelty is here. Unfortunately, his dual partner has been eliminated. The monster
en dúo, mae. Lo vi bien, mae. Esa vara. Y el domingo es en...
If you try to leave, you're going to get lasered. You're going to get beamed. If I need to follow up, I have the launch pad. He's in a prime spot, but look at the builds.
And this is how you know he's an actual competitive player. That's a competitive loadout. Most players in the comp scene will run a combat with an AR. You know, most of them do tend to run the dual weapons followed by utility and heals. So Jelty is a scary player to be going against. And Mr. Fresh Asian needs to be very here because
no, es este el mae que ganó.
He's gonna push.
You see there, he had he saw the player edit down and he pre-edited his wall ready to take the shot. Now, of course, they had an extra wall there between them and Jelty, so they were ready. You know, there was no shots coming through. He's going to drop the turret there. He doesn't need that right now.
You think Mr. Fresh Asian is baiting the sentry gun right here?
That's tough. It's hard to say. I mean, they obviously want to find this elimination, right? Someone in their face.
Oh, look, Jelty's setting it up right here.
No way.
He's setting it up. He's pushing all the way
through.
That's one.
Two. That's on white. He's on
white
right now. He's got to remember where that other player went. He's going to try and isolate these guys.
These are his builds.
Can he do it?
He's looking. He's on the hunt right now.
Ese mae está muerto.
He still has a shockwave monster.
Ve, y tiene acertador, mae. Yo creo que eso me hubiera ido.
The craziest amount of skill. Look, they're still jointed at the hip. This actually could be their fall, right? Like, this could be what actually gets them eliminated. They kind of need to spread out a little bit in case he does have that second shockwave.
Jelty is clearly flexing the way he set up the ramp to bounce his body horizontally, right? Straight across to make sure that he did not go upwards. It was a very clever strategy.
Yeah,
Wow.
Pero, y se tiene que meter, idiota, métete.
He was already ready. It's like he's in their brains. He's literally reading their minds right now, Monster. He's so focused, so zoomed in.
Y, weón, que no sé ni yo.
It's a 1v2.
Voy a ver.
Jelty has already shown
Lo voy a compartir.
Here to dominate. What can Jelty do?
¿Cómo hago?
I mean, he's got the grenades. He can start dropping
Going
them.
for it. He's doing it again. Fortunately, this time it was a bit of an overshoot, but it's okay. He's out of the lines then. He has 3 builds left, so he wants to mess around. Here, he does still own some of those. That was huge. He takes one player down. Can he get the second?
That's Mr. Fresh Asian.
Wow.
Vea,
all the
qué
duels you
jeta,
could have
sí me
gotten
mató.
right here. He actually got the competitive one. Mr. Fresh Asian is down. And a little bit of a taunt, because I think he knows.
Bueno, tengo que falta uno.
He knows. He saw the name.
Se
He
echó,
knows
mae,
he's
falta
competing
uno.
against. And now the confidence boost is there.
Oh!
No, you didn't see him! What's he gonna do?
Lo mató.
He still
Qué
clutches up
jeta, mae, qué jetón. Ese
Jam
mexicano,
almost
mae.
had it. So what happened there really quickly, Chelsea peaked, but his character model was perfectly lined up with Desmond, who seemingly appeared out of nowhere.
Oh my God.
Ahí estamos viendo Tifue.
So insane. Look at this. Watch elimination feed. Airwax picks up Xavier Woods. Nick Merckx finds Mora there. And now we're back on board with Tifu and Nav.
I'm not over the near instant karma.
I know.
Really not over it, but here's Tifu laying down some shots here. Shield hit once right there. Expert Thief still in it. Joey Fatone is going to get hit right there, unfortunately. He's going to get taken out. And Sigala's close by.
Bye. Here's an in-3 play coming out of Airwax here. Look at the laser beam Xavier Woods just pulled out of the skies. Unfortunately, that's just the way of the road. Tifu and Nav, they are in the storm. I mean, it's going to be ticking for a little bit more, but look at this. He's juggling medkits. All right,
No,
drop it. There it is. That's actually really hard to do.
No.
I definitely can't do it. He probably wanted to keep the redeploy, but you know what? It's better to make sure you get into safe zone. Now he's going to have like an empty slot, right? Once he uses the med kit, there's nothing available to him right now.
That was why he wanted to juggle it, especially being that it was a 5-tick. You know, he only had that one opportunity. Couldn't make a mistake right there. Let's take a look at these replays coming out of Tifu. There goes Joey. Not going to make the joke again. A 30 over on this player. A 74. Sigala is going to be picked up. Look, this has to go back out and confirm. And I like that he did double back for the loot. That is going to, you know, that would have opened up more doors had he been able to juggle both, but it's okay. We saw Tifu earlier today talk about he
Eso
almost
está que
had a
arde.
great game. He almost had a victory, but not having any heals kind of was his detriment. But this time around, he's making sure he's taking good care of his loot pool right there. So it'd be nice
Mae,
to
que puto mexicano más bueno,
that
mae.
double box right now, making sure he's turtling up here to kind of hold defense and look for another opportunity. Being that he's by himself, especially now. He lost Gabo and
Mae, ya me tengo que ir, mae. No sé qué hago aquí.
bottom right is Airrocks.
Man, this is actually really scary. Jelty has quite a kit on him right now. This loadout is actually insane, and you can tell he's prioritizing those grenades, right? He's hanging on to the, well, he hung on to the 3 that he had back in Pleasant, so he really values that item. But on the other
Maestro
side
de
of the
pie
court,
ese
look at Airwax,
mexicano,
look at
mae.
that loadout. Still
Y eso que
about
estás desde el
left
inicio
off, right?
sin
The loadout of a king.
compañera,
He's
casi.
got it all right now. He's got his dual partner Grime. They're looking great on HP and shield. And let's not
Esos
forget,
maes
they
que van
are
de
in
número 1,
place.
apenas una muerte cada uno que nos...
They want to defend that title.
This is the last game, and they've really slowed down the momentum here. They don't have nearly as many eliminations as we saw before, but Airrocks is looking to change this as he's going for the box chase here. He has Ghost Sean on his back. Sean just gets on out of there, pops it, and goes to the races. The Shockwaves is going to keep him alive for now as he pushes the wrong players here. Airrocks still in it.
Ahorita me llaman que dónde estoy, mae.
The world is their oyster right now. They have everything they need to win this game. The question is, can they execute?
Mae, y esta partida está tardando más que la pasada. Me cago en
who will
puta.
take a step forward and say, we want to challenge you. You've got Ninja and Marshmallow, the 2018 Pro-Am champions across the way. Marshmallow dropped to half. On the other side, Cloak and Tifu. How do they keep finding themselves in a situation where they're very close to each other? Their minds are thinking in sync right now.
Oh,
Banking
nice play
the
right
grenades.
there from Tifu is going to set it up perfectly to get these flows across. And look at the bank shot, so beautiful right there. Can he connect?
Mira.
That's one hit. He
Se
goes down. He's going to convert the Elim. And off to the reload he goes. He's going to do it one more time. Here's 1-2. Probably going to line up the shotty here.
Qué psycho
He is
este
trying to
mae.
connect. He doesn't quite get it.
Land him, 44, but they're gone. And now you know for a fact that he knows that that was Cloak, and Cloak knows that this was Tifu. And he's saying, right now, this is not the engagement. Yep. We'll fight, but right now is not the time. They go ahead and disengage. Tifu now, they're rocking 8 eliminations. That's 8 points, and that's huge. They still have launch. They use 1. They've got a second one. They've got it all.
Yeah, they're so loaded right now. So, great play right here. Tifu's going to cut across. We'll talk about the competitive player specifically. Love to run the duel
¿En serio?
loadout, and that's exactly what Tifu has here. Loads of utility.
Ya, y
goes
eso
for
sé,
the
weón,
big
y
shot
yo,
right here.
seguro.
And is that Airrocks he rolled up on?
¿Sabes qué?
Find out right now as Tifu's going for the water place here.
Sí,
He's better
sí,
be careful.
vamos,
He
por
might
sí,
get punished
ahí
in return
lo
here.
tengo abierto.
Does take it, jumps
Me
into the
voy a
box,
cambiar
not his build.
aquí para
Dangerous spot to be. That's exactly why he backs up here. He's going to go back to Nav, trying to relocate his teammate.
Bombs are ringing out, but right now, Tifu's playing defensively. This is really good. Now, where is Nav, though? Watch that little marker. Nav's somewhere on the right. These guys need to connect if they can. You've got Sims down below. Okay, so Nav is actually 1-by-1 over diagonally.
And it was Airwalks who's right there. You saw that.
Actually, I think that was actually Ninja.
Might have been as well.
¿Qué pasó?
Man, it was actually Ninja, yeah. Yep, it was in fact Ninja. Look at, I mean, how many you know, they were pushing Ninja. Marksman is here with JT Brown. They're already on 9 eliminations.
Wow, this is a huge game for Marksman here and JT Brown. If they can snag this victory, we don't know what that top 10 is going to be looking like after that.
Dude, everyone said, this is game 4. All right, let's go ahead and go full set. This is it.
Showing what they got, man.
Dude, even Jelty, look, Jelty's still here. He's still hanging out. He's been by himself, remember, since Pleasant Park, and he's still putting in work. Marksman and JT right now is going to try and rip the shield off of this player. 2 tags, there is the 3rd. That means that player has little to no shield left. And look at this shooting gallery. Everyone flying around. White damage number goes. Monster, they're out the storm. Can they be picked up? They cannot.
So close. They were doing such a great job working together to lay down that fire there. And there's still more players nearby. He's trying to see what he can get. That was a great shot right there. That one might actually convert, but it doesn't matter. He has to get to the next spot. And it does. It was Mercs who ends up falling to the zone at that moment because he had so much damage. And look at this. Marksman says, you know what? You don't get that for free. He's breaking it on down right here.
Marksman wants this, dude. You can tell just by the way he's moving. He wants
¿Y cómo se ve?
Now, come on, everyone here just hit top 15. That's an initial round of points. 3 for every single person on the board. This is huge.
Es que no sé dónde tiene que aparecer.
As a team
Ya
right here,
en Gazara, donde el que 2.
Can he get this wall right here? There it is. Quick replacement. You didn't even see it. But just like that, it was his. That's a huge shot. Can he get the push through right now? We're looking at Airwalks in the bottom right screen here. In goes another replace. He's so fast. It was Ninja, making it look easy.
And now look across the way. Marksman took the high ground. It does take fall damage. JT Brown and Airwalks, they're going up right now. Down below, Lachlan McKenzie. Drive is still here.
No,
this is a brawl right now, Monster. No duo is that close together. You've got Aiden. He's by himself because Rob was eliminated earlier on by Tifu. Lachlan's got himself caught in a box, and look, Marksman is using those chunk splashes. He's like, look, now is the time. I know down below there is an enemy, and he is a threat. I have to be in the best possible
Honestly,
spot.
way to keep cool
No,
for
pero
Marksman.
ya me tengo que ir.
Recoups with his teammate right there. He's just regathered himself, use those chug splashes, and that's why they're the best heal in the game. They're just back, just like that.
Sean goes down. Courage also goes down in one failed swoop, and that was Aiden who picked Look at this Marksman. He's still holding that high ground right now.
Airwalks just got taken out by Aiden and Jacob, so Jacob is still in the running here. We saw him clutch a game earlier today. Can he do it even with no material once again in another game here? But it's going to be a tough one as Marksman and JT Brown are so healthy and looted in the high ground right here. Aiden actually just straight up wraps up Jacob right there.
Nos hacemos amigos de un Jacob.
Look at everyone else. It's Lachlan and Aiden. Now Aiden picks up Lachlan, but this is a 2v1, and Aiden is not in the right position right here. He needs to try and come up. He's going to be taking a ton of storm damage right now, Monster. What can he do?
He can't be counted out, though. Aiden is a qualifier here, even with the double rated fire. What's it going to happen? JT Brown has given up the position, and he actually connects right there. And JT Brown wraps up Aiden in the final moments of the Pro-Am in Game 4 with a huge game. 12 total elims for JT Brown and Marksman.
Dude, well executed. You could tell. I mean, like you said, this is Aiden, right? This guy's been in situations like this before. He knew what he had to do. He tried to go to the high ground. Marksman, though, intelligently said, look, you know what? I know that